the proud sponsors of evening brainwashing. All sorts of things are on television nowadays, but there's nothing about senile life. The cause of this is Coke, the cause of that is not Pepsi, the cause of that is not Coca-Cola, because in 1920 something it was banned in a beverage. There is so many different things that cause all these illnesses. But the brain cell, it takes a bump on the head. It takes a bump in its blood. It takes all sorts of things that loses 240, 100,000 brain cells a second. One bump and you've lost all those. 1 second later, you've regained all those. But not if you've been a cokehead. The brain turns to a mush, and it has to have many years to recuperate. You cannot be a drug addict and survive your full faculties in operation. Your veins fall apart, your organs stop working, your body turns to a mush, and your brain cells absolutely go crushed. So the world leaders that have been on coke for most of their lives have problems with memory. Those problems cannot be fixed unless they stop the drug itself. And then they're going to have to try so many different things to regenerate their brain cells and regain their memory. The senile Alzheimer's, the main of them have been nowhere near drugs of any class A factor whatsoever. So what happens to people with Alzheimer's in stressful positions? They become outward. They become inward. They become volatile in decisions. So if two world leaders had been doing habituals with previous habituals, and the Saudi Arabians have been trading oil with habituals, is at the club, but you won't remember it one day. So you have to say, remember this, I mustn't panic. Remember this, I've lost my mind. Remember this, I feel so nervous. Remember this, that was your fault. Drugs are very harmful and they will ruin your whole life. For the people of the United States and Russia, those around Eastern Europe's problems of post-somethings that have defunct and become a tragedy, you have that to worry about. So you either support them fully and totally remind them without them knowing, because they'll forget that they've got Alzheimer's. They'll forget that they've got coke mush in their brains. You have to remind them that that's not the problem. Be clever, because after a couple of days they will have forgotten exactly what they're doing and how they've done it and why they've done it. And if they do have a psychotic episode to do with war and its purpose of war to protect what it is trying to protect. It'll fall back into that episode and it'll reboot the whole war process again.